Hey y'all, Happy New Year. This is the first show of 2023 and I am so excited to see you here. I know I see some people already online. Make sure you share, tag a friend, let them know we're online. Happy New Year. I hope your 2023 has been as blessed as mine. As the old folks would say, our seasoned saints, it's better to be seen than viewed. So I'm definitely happy to be on this side of 2023. You know, we've lost some people, really great people in the industry already this year. Condolences to Kevin Lemons and Higher Calling and their entire family, ministry. Just a man that was just amazing. One of my favorite choir directors, and just like literally the most down to earth guy you could ever meet. Just so much love. So I just wanted to personally say that on air today. But you know, Happy New Year. Make sure we love and hug our people and give people their flowers while they're here, while we're talking about it. Also tonight, I am rocking my girl. Yes, I'm in my studio, so you see chords and stuff today, but rocking my girl Caroline Inspires, her Remarkable for her launch that she did this fall. So, you know, I couldn't start my show out. Plus, you know, my hair matches the shirt. So got to make sure I give my girl some love. We've also had some great things happening here on Talks with Toya. Literally, you know, let's just talk about that just real quick. We did the live recording. I did my promo video. I don't know, I'll probably have some time to share. But last Wednesday, I was sworn as the board president for Groveport Madison Local Schools. So, you know, I serve as an elected official here in my local community. And as I shared with you all before, one of my favorite articles of faith in the Baptist denomination is, I think it's Article 12, talking about your civic engagement, your civic responsibility as a Christian to be in the public square. Of course, to pray for our leaders, but to also be in that particular space. But of course, upholding to the laws and things of the land. You know, that's also in the Bible. But I think it's also great that we are in a space. So I am honored to continue my service. You know, I think service is just in my DNA. From being in the military to working for the government for some time, giving back to our veterans, and then now again serving my local school district to serve our communities and families here locally. So I'm really excited about that. Well, I have with me on today Mr. Ashford Sanders. He is back and better than ever. He is taking booking information. He's got a new single coming out. I'm just excited to talk to him because I remember watching him on Sunday's Best. And if one of my good friends is on tonight, she's like a Sunday's Best guru. Like, she knows every season, everybody. So I'm pretty sure she's over there screaming like, "You didn't even tell me he was gonna be on." I'm like, surprise. So I'm excited to bring him in. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring him in at this time and see. We could just chat it up, see how things are going. 2023 is going well. So, hi, Mr. Ashford. How are you?
I'm highly favored. How you doing today?
I am doing amazing. So you're back. I love the flyer. I love the look. The brand is amazing. I just want to say that, you know.
I'm with a vengeance.
Listen, you didn't come to play at all. Hat and all. Let's be clear.
I'm telling you.
Let's be clear. So, you've got a single coming out next week. Let's put that up on the screen real quick. You've got that coming out. You want to talk about your new single? It is on time?
Yep, on time. 10 minutes early. He's still on. When you think he's late, he's still on. It might be a month, a year, a whole decade. No matter what the delay, God is still on time.
Yes, he is. And we can't beat that. We can't outdo God, right?
That's right.
So with your record, are you producing? Because I read in your bio you play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I play piano. I write and play, but fortunately, Jason Claiborne and Sean Keys wrote this particular song.
Okay.
Apostle Vera Howard, who's my manager now, Faith Management, she connected me with Jason, and he sent me a couple tracks, and I fell in love with this song. I said, this song, because I'm a gospel singer.
Yes, sir.
Not necessarily traditional, not necessarily praise and worship. To me, I sing what's in the air, what's energy. I've learned how to respect the God that's in the room.
Amen.
So if I come in the room and there's a amazing, that's that kind of atmosphere. That's what we gonna sing. But if I come in the room and there's a we give you all the glory, we gonna go there. Wherever we get, we gonna respect the God that's in the room though, so that God can do what He need to do in the room.
Listen, that is beautiful. So is there going to be a single release party, is there a concert? And I assume there's an album coming quick too, so I'm gonna just put all my questions out there real quick.
We're working on a lot of stuff. Getting ready to shoot a music video to On Time. Uh,
Awesome.
but primarily we're doing this independently. So budgetarily we are you know
Amen.
so as far as a release party go, I don't think quite a release party. I do want to do like a virtual live to just get people to chime in and just to see what people response is going to be in reference to the new single. The song is self-explanatory. I think a lot of us can look at seasons of our lives and times in our lives where it just felt like God wasn't hearing us. It felt like
Mhm.
it wasn't happening. God wasn't there, and we always hear people say, well, just pray about it. But what happens when I pray and I don't hear? I used to have auntie, and she sung a hymn one time, that back in the Baptist church, they sang those hymns. And
Yes, sir.
she said, if I don't get no answer, and I'm sitting there listening because I want to know what happened when you don't get an answer. She said, I just call him again. If I don't get no answer, I just call him again. And I thought about that. We have to get to a point in our life where we understand this God show.
That's right.
You know, we can't put him on a time. He gonna show up when he ready to show up, and whenever
Amen.
that's the correct time. So this song is going to cater to a lot of people, and it's going to be the answer to a lot of testimony. Even when we want to give up, we understand it might take a year, it might take a decade. No matter what the delay is, when God step in, it's just right on time.
Yes, I'm excited. I can't wait to purchase and support. And if you, when you have your virtual, let us know so we can promote it here on Tossel Tway and Gospel Central to support. We are a big fan of any indie artists, so we get budget, and so where we are a community, we try to support as well. What is the plan for your? When would you? Are you working on the album? Are you writing any content as well?
Well, I definitely have a lot of music. So, I have music that I haven't touched. And so it's a growth process for me. Even though I've been singing for a long time, I had the opportunity to do Sunday Best, all of those things,
Hmm.
but I'm still in learning mode. This is learning mode for me because there's so many elements to the business side. A lot of people get, which I had got jacked up because you get out here and you're releasing music, you're doing all this stuff, but you don't know the business. And so that's the mistake of it. So I'm in the process of learning, and so I don't necessarily know if the album is coming soon. I think I want to release another single.
Okay.
Uh, I may have a Beyonce mode, just release single after single after single after, and then we compile it into an album probably eventually. But a lot of times, great songs get missed on the album. To me, that's my opinion. But when you compile songs on an album, a lot of times songs that deserves more of the ear, they get trampled over because of the hit song. They get
Uh,
more album. I want to be careful with that. I wrote a song called Broken.
mm,
And when I got to Georgia, I had never met so many people who had turned against God, or so
Jesus.
who were over the church, tired of going to church, atheists, people that had no God filter. They wasn't scared of God. And one night I decided, I said, you know what? I'll write a song from their perspective. So I'm assuming, I'm thinking Broken would definitely be a follow-up singing. Not sure yet, but Broken just simply says, tired of religion, I'm tired of denomination, tired of division, and I'm tired of discrimination. So what do I cling to? What do I hope for? I don't know anymore. It's a really kind of emotional type song, but I think it's needed for the people who are not spiritually where I am or where the typical Christian person may be.
And that's important because as a gospel artist, you are to reach those that are lost. It's great that we assemble, but our call as a Christian men and women is to go get those that don't know or may have fallen, to let them know that he's still here and he's just gently knocking on your door. Or if your heart, just open the door.
Exactly. And sometimes we can become so saved and so
That's
got
good.
all out until. And the truth of the matter is, God, when we just struggling, but in front of people, we want to look like we got it all figured out. We got it all together, and we have to understand that you'll never people that really need God. When you come with that mentality. So I'm not there. I have friends that come around me and they be cussing. They be like, "Oh my bad, bro, my bad." I be like, "I am not." If, because God is present all the time, so you can cuss when He around. Surely, it did not bother me. You do you, sir. So it's just a growth thing and a maturity thing. But I'm definitely ready for the next level.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm excited for you. Congratulations on everything you have done. Now, are you still in Georgia, or where are you now? Are you serving anywhere now?
I just purchased a home in East Point, Georgia. Yep.
Congratulations.
Still trying to figure out. I don't even know if this picture go here. I told my sister got to come and help me decorate.
He
That
said,
ain't.
I don't know if it go here. I'm so weak.
I just put it up there one day, and I don't even know if it's up there right. It might fall. Hopefully it don't. But I'm just I want to be. But I will say that I live in Georgia. I own a restaurant out in Stonecrest currently called That's Good. You know, good baked turkey wings, collard green, candy yam, mac and cheese, and we let you try it before you buy it. I always say it ain't healthy, but it's good. And but I just took out a lease on a new building, the old S&S cafeteria over on 2002 Campbellton Road, Southwest Atlanta, about 2 miles from Tyler Perry Studios, and we just put a big stage on the inside. So it's a new restaurant that we have coming that we're gonna center around upscale soul food, but music, entertainment, comedy. It's going to be a really, really nice spot. And I'm hoping it becomes the main attraction when you come to Atlanta.
Well, definitely let us know at Gospel Central, because we'll stop by. Like I will next time I'm in Atlanta, I will definitely be at That's Good, and I have family down there. So I'm about to tell them, y'all been to That's Good yet?
On over there, they going to take a big turkey wing over some white rice with some collard greens and cornbread and a nap.
Listen, I'm excited about the upscale soul food restaurant. We don't have a lot of those, so that's going to be a really nice touch.
It'll be good. It's gonna be really good. So I'm excited about it. We're about 3 or 4 months from the grand opening. So I'm looking for that grand opening to be huge. I want to see thousands and thousands of customers. We're gonna do a 3-day grand opening. So I'm
Okay.
looking.
Make sure we get a flyer and information about that as well. So do you create, I guess how long you've been cooking? How long have you been in the restaurant side?
Well, I've always coming up. When I was like 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, I lived in a little town called Camden, Mississippi. I'm from Canton, Mississippi, but my mom got married and I moved to Camden, Mississippi. And my father's mother, my grandmother, it always intrigued me at how she could take some flour, she take some cold butter and start mashing it up in the flour, take a little pinch of salt, and then she take some cold water and little by little be adding it in. And then all of a sudden she started making biscuits. And I thought that was the craziest thing. Or I would see her take 3 cups of flour, 3 cups of sugar, 3 sticks of butter, 5 or 6 eggs, and next thing you know, we got a pound cake. And so I was intrigued by that. And so I took a liking to it. And then I had an auntie named Skokie. We call her Skokie. And Skokie could fry the best. Well, she can cook everything. I think she was anointed to do just that. But she could fry the best chicken. She was just an excellent cook. And I always wanted to learn how to cook. So watching her, I started selling food. I lived in the ghetto in Mississippi. I was in a place called Kansas State. It was the hood. And right there at my window, I would open the window and I'd be selling burgers and nachos. And then somebody went and snitched on me and got me in trouble, so I couldn't sell no more. But it's always been a thing. So for me, I just like I know flavor. I know like I can go to a restaurant with you that I ain't never been to, and I can tell you everything they got in it, and I can go back and make it. That's kind of the way my mind runs.
I do the same. I'm like, I
Yeah,
got to taste it one more time. Make sure I ain't missed it.
yeah. So they better not never let me open a Chinese place. I'm gonna be.
But ooh, what if we did like a Asian soul food kind of?
Nice, because they be coming over here into the soul food rail now. I'll be like, wait a minute, now stay over there.
No, they will sell you some chicken wings quickly.
Um, so yeah,
Quickly.
excited about excited about everything God got. I'm one of them ones I want to use every gift He gives me.
Yes, and you are like I didn't know that you. I didn't realize you even had a restaurant. Like that's amazing. How long have you been open in Stoke Creek? Huh?
4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And you
Uh,
said Stone Creek,
Stonecrest Mall. So it's
Stonecrest Mall. Okay.
now it used to be Lithonia, Georgia, but now they've made it Stonecrest, Georgia. Uh, you familiar with New Birth, Jamal Bryant?
Yes.
We're like 5 minutes up the road. Yeah, we're in the mall in the food court.
Okay. Okay. I'll have to make sure I stop by next time I'm down there. Wow. Well, I'm looking forward to your single, um, the new restaurant.
Yes, ma'am.
Can't wait. Your virtual listening. I'm excited. I'm excited. Anything else you have coming up? Any events?
Well, we're working on the schedule. People are calling. And I guess I'll have an updated schedule soon. But yeah, we're continuing to work. Just trying to make the necessary connections because Sunday best was I call Sunday best a blessing and a curse. You know,
Okay.
Sunday best was a blessing because it allowed me uh, it exposed me to millions of people.
Hmm.
I fan base, but it was a curse to me because it also was a stumbling block. It kept me from accomplishing things that I could have accomplished by now because you're locked into those contractual agreements. But nevertheless, though, that season is over. So I'm just looking forward now. God allowed me to meet Apostle Vera Howard. As a matter of fact, she came in my restaurant. That's how we met. Uh, my restaurant with a young lady, and she didn't know me, but the young lady that was with her recognized me and said, "You're Ashford Sanders. You was on Sunday Best." I'm like, "Yeah." And she said, "Well, this is Apostle Howard, and I think you should meet her." And I was like, "No, I'm good," because
Look at you.
there comes a time in your life you get tired of false hope, you get tired of false promises, people who ain't nobody trying to help you, ain't nobody trying to put you on, ain't nobody trying to connect you, so you get tired of meeting. And I had a history of meeting, famous people or people who had pull, and they'd be like, "All right, man, I'm gonna call you in a week." Nothing. Never hear from them again. So at some point in time, you kind of get to the point where it's like, all right, well, nobody's trying to help, so maybe I should start looking more into this season or this area of my life. So, and then, like I said, Apostle Howard walks in, and they invite me out. They were honoring her that particular night at the Gospel Hip Hop Awards, I want to say, and I went out with them that night, and from there, now her and I've been working together for over 7 months, I want to say now, and she's done more for me in 7 months than some people have done in 7 years. So I'm extremely grateful for putting her in my path. That's what I say. God will put the necessary people in your path that you're supposed to connect with. When you don't know what to do, Donnie had the song said, "After you've done all you can, you just stand." And I didn't understand that, but now I understand. When you don't know what else to do, stop moving. Just chill for a minute and stand still, and God will bring the people to you that He wants you to work with next. So yeah.
Well, shout out to Faith Management and Apostle Howard. If you want to book Ashford Sanders, the information is on the screen. You want to contact 910-644-1824. If you have festivals, we've got festivals coming, the spring and summer. So that now's the time because apparently, he said Apostle Howard has done some work in the last 7 months. So that schedule may be booking up. So you want to make sure you get him on your calendar if you have not done so. So thank you, Miss Tara Smith Hughes, for putting that in the chat so we can share that with the community. And of course, if you want to connect with him, he is on Instagram and Facebook. I have his IG here for you. Make sure you go follow, pay attention to what's coming on. We've got the single coming up next week for him. We want to support and show him love. He just shared some nuggets without saying. I hope y'all pick that up, talking about certain things that are mainstream as an independent artist is different. He wasn't able to do what he was called to do just because of some restraints, but he is free now, and we're excited.
I'm free indeed in Christ. I'm free indeed. No chains are holding me.
See.
I'm free now. But and shout out to Jerome Hunt. Jerome Hunt is working my radio. He's on my radio tracking, so I'm excited about this. Matter of fact, it went out to radio on Monday, on this past Monday. So I'm excited about that too, because it's gonna be. I'm telling you, it's about to be crazy.
Yep. Apostle just said big things coming up for him. New single sent to radio. Hi, Apostle Vera. How are you? Love
Yeah.
you so much. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to share with us? I mean, I wasn't expecting the restaurant thing. That is amazing. I mean, music is great, but it's always good to see how well rounded and when you're an artist, how you can kind of use your hand in multiple places. And one of my favorite scriptures is Ecclesiastes 9:10, where it says, "With whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might." And I love to hear your story where you're doing just that.
Well, my it's beyond me. When I've always been very wise. Never smoked, never drink, never done those type of things. I ain't perfect, but certain things it just was never in my vicinity, my mindset to do. And so God has always kind of shifted me. I tell people all the time, me choosing to sing gospel wasn't my choice. It was just there. It was just right there. I came up, my favorite group is the Canton Spirituals. People can say that they done with quartet, blah, blah, blah. I love me some Canton Spirituals. I came up watching the Canton Spirituals, and what I learned from them, the two groups I studied was the Canton Spirituals and Mike, and it taught me discipline because it was more than music to me. I was watching hand gestures. I was watching how the musicians were very disciplined and controlled. Nobody was trying to stick out and shine. So all of that mattered to me, and all of that stuff trained me and had a great impact on who I am today. But nevertheless, I was just saying that to say God has given me so much wisdom and understanding. So the vision I have is so great. So even when it comes to acting, I've done a few stage plays, I've done a couple of things. I'm just looking for God to work in every avenue of, the things that He's already introduced me to. So not only, but I got a sense of humor. So, a lot of people like, man, you should get into comedy. Do you? It ain't. I don't get into it, but I know, me on stage, I had you laughing and crying at the same time. So I'm just excited. I just want God to use me however He want to use me, and at the end of the day, Him get the glory out of my life. I've been on dialysis now for over 12 years, and um, God blessed me to accomplish everything I've set out to accomplish. I hadn't been able to, it's not, dialysis haven't gotten in the way. It's not like I've been able to travel wherever I want to travel, sing wherever I want to sing. When I did Sunday Best, I was on dialysis, and a lot of people know the story. So even in the song On Time, there's a part of the song where, I said, I've been on dialysis for 12 long years, but I'm still here because He kept me, He protected me, He shielded me, and so I'm truly grateful and thank God for keeping me.
All right, well, y'all, we got to make sure we support and continue to pray for our brother again. The single comes out on January 23rd. It's on all streaming platforms. I put it in the chat. So I'll probably do a quick review or definitely play it and shout it out again on Toss Toya. Say it again.
Do you have it?
No, I don't have it. Not yet. No,
We should.
sir. Okay. Yeah,
We should.
and whenever you want to come back on when it releases, I'll gladly have you back on. Not a problem. I would love to. I would love to. I love your story and just proud of you. I'm happy you stuck it out because this is exactly what the industry needs to hear. Your story, like how you said, Stan, and then Apostle Vera Howard being who she is and being true to her word. Like you said, you hear a lot of people promise, and then people that come through for you. That just changes the game. So thank you for sharing that hope story today for any independent artists, because I do get a lot of independent artists that watches the show. So you really spoke to a spot, I think, for a lot of those individuals. But if there's nothing else you want to leave with us, I thank you so much for taking the time. Faith Management, Gospel Central, Michael Stewart, Apostle Beryl Howard, and her entire team for having you with us tonight. I find it an honor. I know my friend, she gonna be back. I don't think I saw her on. You had him one from Sunday Best, so I'm about to tell her like you got to go watch the replay.
I much for the opportunity, and you've been really great. So I really do thank you, and I look forward to meeting you really soon. I want y'all to come to the grand opening.
Yes, sir. I make sure I get an invitation. If I can get down there, I will definitely make my way. I will definitely make my way. All right. Well, you have a great evening, and I guess we'll be in touch soon. Thank you all so much for joining us. Again, Talks with Toya. We're always working, always serving. We're always about him. Again, if you want to book him, the information to book is here on the screen. Follow him on Instagram and Facebook, and mark your calendars for January 23rd because the single on Ty drops. All right, y'all. Love y'all so much. All right. Bye.